This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Predator Badlands, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Here, you're not the predator. You're the prey. 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 Prey.
Critics are saying it's epic, stunning, and breathtaking.
Many have come here. None have survived.
Predator Badlands, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+, rated PG-13.
Cops, I have to do paperwork. I hate paperwork. We all hate paperwork. I'll do the paperwork. I'm going to flip open the notebook and see what's in the notebook.
So the handwriting is really bad. You kind of piece together a number of different things within this notebook. Four kind of main topics. Daniel is the character within this book. Daniel, and I have this written down, so I'll put it in the chat. Daniel often felt unsafe being around Boss Man due to his nature of violent outbursts. Daniel thought Teddy was creepy and really didn't believe the whole persona was real. Daniel petitioned to kick Guy Van Guy out, and he wrote it to Boss Man, and Daniel phoned his brother David for help.
Huh. Are we Daniel or are we David?
For sure, David.
Because if we wrote this, we have terrible handwriting, but it's starting to make a little more sense.
That's probably on purpose because handwriting, there's forensic specialists that can tie those to individuals, and we just don't have time for that. So we try to do our best to make our handwriting illegible, as well as try not to make the same shapes for our A's, I's, O's, and U's.
Truthfully, I'm probably just too lazy to spend a lot of time writing notes that other people
Oh, no,
read.
It's intentional. You might think it's accidental, but it is certainly intentional. That is the...
knowing you, that does track, yeah. Okay, well, as long as I can read it.
It might just be fun to change up your handwriting.
So,
try a new shape.
It's true. Maybe try writing with my left hand. Who is Guy Von Guy? I think we know who Boss Man is. I think... So, unless Teddy is our little red-eyed friend up there, I think Teddy is the guy in purple.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Because he's creepy, and that guy's kind of creepy. And we know who the Boss Man is, because we were introduced to him.
Did he seem like the type that would be prone to violent outbursts?
You know what? Yes, but also everybody's prone to violence. Anybody can be pushed far enough. I mean, you take a little old lady.
Did Boss Man recognize us? Because we had to identify ourselves, and then we told him that we were a super duper detective. And
better question: why didn't anybody ask? Why didn't anybody ask the guy in purple what his name was? Maybe he's not Teddy. Maybe
doesn't
he
matter. Because when you exchange pleasantries, you know what's going to happen? They're going to ask what our name is.
Yes. They knew what our name was. We didn't know what our name was, but they already knew what our name was, which is probably not a good place to start when you're questioning somebody about a murder. I think we're not doing a great job of our, job so far.
That's good.
That's good.
In our defense, we also have amnesia. So I feel like, all things considered, maybe we're doing a great job.
If we're doing a bad job, that means we aren't doing the job, which means that we are not married to this idea that we have to solve the world's problems, because in reality, we really only serve ourselves.
Yes, but we serve ourselves as what we are. We are a detective, and as a detective, our identity is wrapped up in seeing this world for what it is and figuring out who the bad guys are and figuring out how to bring them to justice.
You're thinking too simple. It's never just the bad
That's
guy.
our identity, but we don't have to do that. We just
can we at least
think that we do that?
We have to avenge our brother Daniel.
Why bother to run around in a circle and avoid doing our job in order to convince people we do our job instead of just going in a straight line and doing our job? It's a lot simpler, it's a lot easier, it's a lot faster.
We need to avenge our brother Daniel.
Oh my God,
What if we're avenging our brother Dave?
Wait.
No, we are David.
I am going to try and use one of my... Can I do the, one of my chiaroscuro things on myself?
You want to do like you want to detect your...
Yep. I want to see if any of this is actually like ringing true.
Okay, so you're trying to reconstruct
David instead of Daniel.
You're trying to reconstruct events in your head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to remember stuff. What I would call that is, I would
As
say,
I'm staring into the eyes of the Mothman.
I would say this would be a grand definition roll.
Ooh.
Yeah.
On yourself.
On myself. Okay. Cross your fingers, guys.
All right. Yep.
Oh, thank God.
Boy. That's a 9.
That could have been so bad if we had forgotten everything we'd already learned about ourselves. Is there any chance that I'm actually David and not Daniel?
You kind of pull out your badge and kind of look through it, and you kind of see, like, you're kind of like looking at it, just kind of like rubbing around, and you realize that the name on it was there all along. You just didn't know. And the badge now reads Super Detective David Kapersky.
Okay. Which one of us is the person who said we need to avenge our brother?
Oh, I'm sorry. It said David, but it was actually... I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. It was actually marked out, so there's a line through it, and it says Super Detective Washington for real, but David Kapersky is marked out.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
Gotcha. No. So I'm gonna I'm stunned that, granted, I did some good detecting. I'm a detective, it's what I do, but this...
You're just looking at the surface. You need to dig deeper. It's all connected. We are David looking for our brother Daniel to avenge them.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand over the glass to I'm gonna hand over the glass to the red strings theorist here, because honestly, that's the best I got at the moment. None of this has just gotten to the point where logic has checked out of the hotel.
Can we talk about the emails? What about the emails?
What about the names?
Butter emails.
Daniel.
Yep,
Daniel was just the name that came to us when we were upset about things. We're upset about Daniel because Daniel is in trouble, and Daniel called us David.
Right.
Obviously.
Yeah. Do I take a deja vu since I'm handing?
Yeah, you take a point of deja vu. Yep, since you're handing it off.
And handing it off, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mothman. I feel like we have learned so much. And have we collected everything we got from this scene?
Yeah, all physical evidence you've collected.
Yeah, we're booking it out of here. I'm tired of this place.
All right,
thank you.
So
thank you for the lessons.
you go and you open the door, and then you close the door behind you, and the door disappears. There's now no longer a door there. It is completely gone. It's just doesn't exist.
I don't even know what a door is anymore.
Don't say that.
So the door to room 304 has disappeared?
Yeah, the door to room 304 has disappeared, yeah.
Yep.
Well, okay. we no longer have a room, apparently. Well, we still have keys to 302 at least, so, there's that. And the inside of 302 is a graveyard. Okay, we should probably go downstairs and talk to, I believe, Teddy about Guy Von Guy, maybe? Prod.
Where's this going to take us?
I think to get to the bottom of this, we need to go to the water park.
Oh, I thought you were going to say go to the top. All right, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We've been to the top. We're going back down.
So yeah, you take the elevator down to the first floor, and the door opens into the water park. You see kind of before you a giant structure that's been constructed up with steel beams. A large, like, orange and purple plastic tube, large enough for humans to go through, spirals down into a pool of blue. There are several kind of, I guess, like, lounge chairs situated around this pool area.
There's stuff in the way.
There's obstacles.
There's obstacles, and there is a woman that is on
detritus litters the ground.
It looks like that there is a woman that's on one of the obstacles that is just laying back.
It's fascinating.
There's no bodies that happen to look like us in the pool.
You so yeah, do an exit familiarity roll for me.
Yeah, I miss Watson already.
5. Yeah, that's not great. You look down and you kind of like peep into the water and kind of like look over it, and you see something in the water, and it turns and looks at you, and you lock eyes with it, and you are in the water. You lock eyes with yourself, your own body, and you look at yourself, and you're in the water. You're absolutely soaked. You're in the middle of a pool. You've just like almost like you start flailing around. You realize you're in this pool. You are in the pool, and you are no longer standing up above. Yeah, so you're just in the pool.
Great.
Is there someone who looks just like us who's standing by the edge of the pool looking at us?
Nope, they're no longer there. Nope.
No longer there. Okay.
You basically just like imagined yourself in the pool, and you made your dream come true.
That's what it's all about.
Well, at least we can get ourselves cleaned up this way.
Well,
There's just like blood pooling in the pool.
Yeah.
And the water's like pinkish color.
Oh, and I'm gonna take an hour off of the clock because like you basically like ghosted yourself into a pool.
We've been splish splashing, having a bathin'.
Yeah, is there at least like pool noodles or something in here?
No.
The heart.
We can't imagine we can imagine ourselves into a pool, but we can't imagine a pool noodle.
There's no pool noodles in Fallout.
The Harspex's
Never
idea.
seen a single one in any game.
The Harspex's idea did not work out as intended, and so if somebody would like to take the glass, they're going to retreat back for a little bit. Well, hey, they got us pretty far until, they didn't, and we ended up in the water.
We got a bath. It's fine. If somebody makes us forget the concept of showers and baths, though, I'm going to be very upset.
That doesn't stop us from getting one, though. If someone sprays us down, like Mooding, just light us up with a water hose. I vote the supernumerary takeover.
Yeah,
they wanted desperately to.
They did want to come
enjoy this water park.
Yeah, we're in a water park, and you're in the water, man. Let's go.
So now that I'm in the water, I've taken in this beautiful structure with its big water slide. This is amazing. Is the water heated? Is it a heated pool?
No, it's just kind of cold.
I'd like to think that because it's indoors, it's not like the river water.
No, it's not like river water, but it's not a heated pool. It's just like
like a tepid bath.
Yeah.
Is the lady lounging she's not dead, right? She's lounging. She's alive.
Yeah, she's alive. I mean, as from a distance, you haven't investigated.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. Actually, I say that I don't know. You suspect she's alive.
I'm going to stay in the pool.
Or is she dead and alive?
Oh, she's up and she's down. I'm gonna make my way through the pool, enjoying this tepid water, and make my way closer to where she is lounging. And if I can get close enough, I'll stay in the pool. I'd like to see if she is alive or dead or neither.
Yeah, she actually is alive. You kind of look at her sitting on this obstacle, and you see this woman. She has kind of like this, like, I guess, like paste on her face with two small green circles over her eyes. Her hair is kind of like wrapped in a towel, and her body is wrapped in a towel as well. And she is laying down, and she is not. She's got her eyes covered. She's not paying attention to you.
Oh, all right. Well, I just realized we're fully clothed.
Fully clothed in a pool.
Yes, leading in the pool.
Bleeding. We are a little bit cleaner. Yeah, we've got like water in the giant pockets of our trench coat, as one does.
Yeah. So I don't know why I just pictured us like suddenly being in a bathing suit. No, we're fully clothed. So I'm going to crawl out of the pool.
Okay.
And slosh over to our mystery hotel guest.
Yep.
And I'm going to just strike up conversation. I'm going to ask her if she's having a lovely time here at the pool.
Ooh. Detective Kapersky, I'm having a wonderful time at the pool, darling. It's a wonderful day to be here, and I'm happy to lounge and relax. Tell me, Detective, how's the investigation going?
Well, just a minor correction. It is super detective. The investigation is going it's going so many twists and turns, so interesting. I was hoping though you would answer some questions I have for you.
Oh, questions, darling. Sure, but I mean, in a little while, I'm going to have to get up and take off the facial, of course. But I suppose I should be up for some questioning. I suppose. So
Excellent.
Go ahead and ask what you need.
I will ask away. But just curious, when you're done with your facial, where are you going to go?
Oh, darling, back by the pool. The pool is my favorite. I'm going to be here all day. Hopefully, my husband will be able to bring me some drinks from the bar, and then I will retire to my room at nighttime. And hopefully looks like less than 36 hours, we'll be back in the city and everything will be back to normal because you will solve the case and we'll be out of here.
Right. Your husband, though, could you remind me what his name was?
Oh, my husband. Yes. He comes from a long descendant line, so he's kind of a strange, it's not necessarily an American name, very strong, but his name is Guy Van Guy, and I will tell you, he's a very eccentric man, a man of eccentricities. But he's over at the bar if you really need to speak with him.
He's over at the bar. Now, forgive me if I asked you this already. It's been quite an investigation, but have I already questioned your husband thoroughly?
Well, the other night we welcomed you to the hotel. We rolled out the rug for you, and then you shouted at us loudly that you were going to close the hotel, quarantine us off for at least a full 2 days, so that you could solve your case because you were so upset at us for even. I'm not even sure. Quite frankly, it seemed like maybe your breath smelled of absinthe, and your clothes, they were a little wet, It was a whole thing. I'm sure that you seem like you've cleaned yourself up now, so I'm very happy about that.
As we stand there soaking wet.
Does she have any what does she have with her here by the pool?
What does she have with her? What does she have with her?
Yeah, does she have a bag or clothes or a book?
She's got there's a little obstacle beside her, and on top of that is a glass with a drink.
Oh, okay. I want to very as nonchalantly as I can, because I am dripping, sopping wet. I want to maybe wring out my coat sleeve into her glass.
Are you trying to do this intentionally, or are you trying to sneakily do this?
Wow,
I'm trying to do it as if I were an innocent buffoon.
That's some hackles right there.
I think we could probably pull the buffoon thing off. Yeah.
She's gonna she's her eyes are covered. She's, oh, darling, you sound dripping wet. There are tools, various towels and other things with the bellhop, of course, and he'll be able to bring you a towel if you'll need. You can just go to the front desk. I hate that. I prefer if you keep my area dry. I prefer not to be slipping and sliding as I send myself up from here. So I've got at least 10 more minutes with my facial, and then I'll be able to get up and do something about this. But frankly, I don't wish to move with all of this stuff fixed to my face. It's for my beauty.
I'm so sorry. You're right. I'm dripping wet. I'm going to shake my trench coat like a dog, shaking off water, and I want to drench her as much as possible.
Oh, yeah. What kind of role would this be? This would be oh God. What?
We should definitely go on the water slide after this. It's definitely hackles.
No, it's motive.
Sure, an act of violence.
Motive?
No, it's motive. You could roll motive for me.
All right. Do we get any bonuses for motive?
I don't know.
But I got an 11 anyway, so
it actually goes down to a 10, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost you.
Yeah, we can't hear you. You're making great gestures, but we can't hear you.
Yeah.
It does not show muted, but nothing's coming out.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yes.
I got very excited and made a gesture into my mute button. You start shaking yourself out, kind of not enough that you're like a dog on a, you have an asphyxiation on needing to be dry. You're shaking yourself out enough to get her attention, and she takes off her glasses and she says, "Detective Kaspersky, this is not necessary. This is frankly quite rude." And she gets up, starts taking it out, and frankly, you're soaking wet with your own clothes. Did you take a dip with your detective outfit on?
Yeah, sometimes I just wanted to just check out the pool, and I totally forgot I was wearing all my clothes. I'm sorry, I got you all wet there. I suppose you probably want to go back to your room and change. So sorry, I didn't. Or I can go get you a change of clothes from your room. I don't want you to worry. Whatever works best for you. I'm sorry, and I got pool water in your drink.
Detective, if this is a form of intimidation, I frankly take offense at this. You could simply ask me whatever questions that you need. I don't even think that this is a formal interview process whatsoever. You haven't even asked more name or where I was in the night of movement. I know you're just shaking your droplets all over me, getting me entirely too wet. My cucumbers are now soaked through. My facial's not going to work. If this is good cop, bad cop, tell me where the good cop is, because God, this bad cop is terrible.
I want to hand the glass over to May so she can meet the bad cop.
Right.
Wait. First off, she said you were bad cop. I thought I'm good cop. Am I bad cop?
That's going to be up
bad
to you.
Cop and worst cop?
So we're the bad cop.
Okay, so I take the glass and I'm just like, all right, seriously, a police costume? Like I'm not a real cop? All right, Oh, man, if I had a
you don't know what a uniform is.
Yes. I don't know what a uniform is, but I know what a costume is. It's what people wear when they dress up and pretend to be something they're not. Until I forget what that is. I'm going to go, I'm so very sorry. I do apologize. I'm just, feeling very passionate about what's happening right now in the hotel. Everybody a little bit locked in.
Detective, if you can't control your passions around me, then by God, I'll have my husband talk to you and he'll give you a what for.
I would absolutely love to talk to your husband. If you would be so kind, I'm going to go on the water slide, and by the time I get to the bottom, I'm sure he'll be back with your drinks. And then we can have a little chit chat, and I can apologize to you and him both at the same time.
Detective, I'm not going to stay at the pool anymore. Frankly, I'm going to go ask the bellhop for a new towel and go back to my room so that I can fix whatever kind of mess you've created on my face for me. My husband will hear about this later, I'm sure.
You have a wonderful face. I'm sure there's nothing I could do that would destroy your face. I do recommend against bashing it into the nearest mirror, but other than that, I think you'll be fine, ma'am. You'll be fine. By any chance, do you know the name of the bellhop?
We've just referred to him as bellhop for the most part. He's been in my hotel for many years.
He's been your bellhop for many years, and you don't know his name.
Oh, we assign them names.
You assign them names. Yeah, that's very. So I never let anyone. This rankles so much. It's like, well, ma'am, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'm sure a little extra moisturizing down here at the poolside did you no serious harm. But let me apologize for my gauche actions. I would like to speak to your husband. If you could just mention to him that I'm waiting on your way back up to meet up with the bellhop, you might want to tip the guy and ask him his name. It's just it's always a good idea to when you're locked in with a bunch of other people to be able to recognize them in a lineup.
Detective, I've had quite enough. This has really destroyed my self-confidence for the day, and I must bid you farewell.
Well, then my job here is done.
And she walks out of the pool.
Snobs. Detective just shakes his head. I can't stand snobs. Man.
If she wasn't the murderer, she might become our murderer now.
See, I am not going. If she is the murderer, if she's not the murderer, she's just a snob. That's fine. I'll just treat her the way snobs should be treated. If she is the murderer, I'll be damned if she gets away with it just because she has money and influence.
Look, if you were in a hotel where someone got murdered and somebody stormed in and yelled,
we did get it. We are in a hotel where somebody got murdered, and
she's honestly, relaxing by the pool. She's just out here with cucumbers on her face, hanging out.
Yep, not paying any attention to anyone.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, honestly.
Somebody could just come up and stab you. You got cucumbers on your eyeballs? Only murderers are not worried about being murdered.
Why would somebody come down to the pool and not want to get wet? That's something I've never been able to understand. It seems counterintuitive. I guess that's not important. What's important is we figured out who this Guy Von Guy is.
Also, what kind of hotel doesn't close down the pool when somebody comes in and bleeds all in it?
Well, we just started bleeding into the pool, and honestly,
for an hour.
There's not a lot of staff at this hotel. So
you know what? They may have.
You
know what? They may have some really good pool filters and some. It's nothing a little bit of chlorine won't clean up. Trust me, we've got bigger biohazards in this hotel than the pool. Let's go find this Guy Von Guy guy. And please stop me from saying Guy over and over again. I feel like an idiot. Who names their kid Guy Von Guy? God, we should arrest him just for that.
You know, Daniel probably wanted to get rid of Guy Van Guy because Daniel was in love with the woman that we just pissed off.
Oh.
Why? Why on earth? Why?
That brother of ours, who knows?
I'd rather date the Mothman, seriously. But let's find this guy. Come on.
Where is the bar?
Yeah, so it's on the first floor.
Out and killed Daniel.
It's on the first floor, across from the. If you look at the map, it's titled on the right-hand side on the first floor bar. Is that where you're going, May?
Yep. I'm gonna try and grab a towel off of like a trolley or something on the way to kind of like towel off a little bit. I want to be moist and not incredibly damp.
Yeah. Okay. That would be a what is that? Signal discipline.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, all right. Let's see if I can do it. Okay.
9.
All
yeah.
right.
You kind of tell yourself off enough, but in that process, you actually spin probably like to get everything toweled off, to get back in a presentable state, like to really care about yourself. You probably take an hour to do that.
Truthfully, in a way, I got myself clean. I got my trench coat clean. I got my face clean. I still got some gnarly looking
you don't have anything actively bleeding anymore, like you've got some cuts, but you're not.
I've got some angry looking cuts, and I still have the bags under my eyes, and I'm still walking with a hell of a limp. The dip in the cold water, by the way, did not make my leg felt better. It made it feel much worse, and then it went numb. So I guess 50 of
all
one
victories.
Yeah, it's a small victory. I'm going to go to the bar. Honestly, I could use a drink, probably. Lady said we drank absinthe. So might as well give that a try.
Yeah, so you enter the bar area. This bar area itself has a number of different colored bottles on the back of the bar. There's kind of these giant mushroom-based lights that are popping up from the bar itself. They look like kind of like a morel mushroom. The large obstacles in the way of the floor are like little mushrooms that you could possibly place yourself upon. At the bar is a man in a large red cloak. With kind of this like tuxedo-y shirt and golden necklaces on him. He is shaking glass, kind of like up in the air, shaking it around, and takes it and puts it down and pours it into the glass in front of him. That is the man that does that. You spy the other person sitting at the bar itself, and you look at him, and he is dressed in all brown leathers and a brown coonskin hat and a large beard, and this looks familiar to you, almost like you've been in close entanglements with this person at the bottom
it's the
of a grave.
It's the Mountain Man. So we've got Davy Crockett, and we've got the amazing Dracula, who's the bartender. So which one? So I'm guessing the Mountain Man is Guy Von Guy, but so I'm gonna saunter up to the guy wearing the coonskin hat and kind of lean over the bar, kind of get in his personal space and say, so what's up, guy? What's good to drink here?
He kind of looks at you and he says, oh, hi Daniel, how you doing? And the guy pouring the drink turns and looks at you and says, oh, welcome to our wonderful magic show that we'll have this evening. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the mysterious fortunes of the outer world as they come upon your plate. Spirits from across the realm will be here, and you will never know the difference between life and death.